Hi, I will explain the expected value and variance of ax plus b. Okay, let's say that we have a random variable and its expected value. Say the expected value is 3. And now I would like to find the expected value of ax plus b. So the random variable changes. Let's say that I want to multiply all the values by 2 and add 1. How will the expected value change? I think we all can almost feel that if you multiply all the numbers by 2, their mean is also doubled. And if you add 1 to all the numbers, their mean is also increased by 1. So the new expected value of 2x plus 1 is 2 times the old expected value plus 1. It changes in the same way as the random variable did. So that is 3 times, oh, sorry, 2 times. 2 times the expected value was 3 plus 1, which is 7. So I can just write in general the expected value of ax plus b is a times the old expected value plus b. That's the formula that we should remember. But it doesn't work the same way for variance. Let's say that we have a random variable x, and now the variance is, well, let's say 4. The variance is 4. How will the variance change if I again change my random variable? I multiply all the values by x by 2 and add 1. What will be the new variance of 2x plus 1? Let's think about it. If you add 1, so the variance, if you add 1, so the variance is the measure of spread. We learned that the variance tells you about the weighted average of squared distances from the mean. So that's how I imagine it. If I have the expected value of 3 and then the values of the random variable are around 3, and the variance tells you about the differences, the distances. So the variance is the measure of how far away those values are from the mean on average. And if I add 1 to all of the numbers, I will just shift everything up. So basically the expected value will be 1 more, and then all the numbers will be 1 more. Oh, so everything went up. So the measure of spread, the measure of the distances between the values and the mean didn't change. The distances between the values and the mean didn't change. So the measure of spread should stay the same. And that's how it works. If you just add b, so you add 1 or you subtract 2, everything just shifts and it doesn't change the spread of the values of the random variable. So plus 1 doesn't matter. But what will happen if I multiply all my values by 2? Well, that will change the spread. And if you keep in mind that the variance was actually the weighted mean of the squared distances, right? It involved squaring. The formula was with the square. Then it should make sense for you that the variance will actually change in this way. 2 squared times the old variance. Okay, so in general, we can write down that. Let me just move it a little, maybe like here. In general, the variance of ax plus b is a squared old variance. Plus b doesn't change anything because the spread doesn't change when you just shift everything. And since you multiply everything by a, the squared distances change by a squared. So coming back to my example, in my example, I multiplied by 2. So it's 2 squared old variance. So it's 4 times the old variance was actually also 4. So 16 is the new variance. To remember from this topic, what to remember from this topic? These two formulas. If the random variable is changed, then the expected value changes in the same way. The expected value of ax plus b is a times the old expected value plus b. The variance is a squared times the old variance.